my name is Travis Hayden. I'm the owner of Buckingham Pewter. I'm here to teach you what pewter is, how it's processed, and why it's a superior product. Pewter. Pewter is a tin alloy. It's about 95% tin, a little bit of copper, zinc, iron. It has a very low melting point, about 250 degrees, which makes it very durable, doesn't tarnish, easy to mould, and then easy to finish. You want a product out of pewter. We have to start with a master and a mould. So we have to create a mould to be able to cast your pewter object. We've got two options. First option is a 2D master, and second option is a 3D master. 2D masters are obviously two-dimensional. They have two levels. These are pretty quick. We can generally do these within a couple of days or a day or so. The process is using a light-sensitive metal, and we use UV light to create the two levels. The second process is 3D. That's a little bit more complex. You can either get them hand engraved, or we have to get them 3D printed. So it generally takes about 2 weeks. But once we have these guys, we use a natural rubber. Natural rubber comes just sort of like this, and then basically what we want to do is we want to put it into the rubber, and then we're going to cook it for about an hour at high heat, about 150 degrees for about an hour, and then that creates a place for your object. Okay, so once we have that, what we will do is cut a few air holes and a few bits and pieces to create to allow the pewter to fill up into your mould. Okay, so we have your mould. The next step is to prime it with an agent to allow the pewter to run into the mould. So the pewter's been heated up to about 250 degrees, and we're going to pour it into this mould that's spinning. So we just use talcum powder, and we just brush it like that. Maybe a little bit here. And then what we're going to do is put it into a casting machine. So this goes in here. And basically what this does is it spins. It just spins at a high velocity, and it allows you to put the pewter in, and then the pewter will go through the mould. Alright, so we'll put this in, we'll turn it on. So that's spinning now. So pewter, about 250, 240 degrees, and we'll just pour this in like this. Quite quickly, because otherwise it cools down too much. Now once we've done this, we're going to allow it to cool for about 6 to 8 minutes depending on the product, and then we'll take it out and we'll have a look at it. Okay, so we've allowed this to cool, it's stopped its spin cycle. What we're going to do is grab it out. So we have the mould, and now we have 4 pewter objects. So what we do is we slowly take that out, just being careful that we don't damage it, and then we just do the same process again for another spin. So out of that mould we got 2 belt buckles and 2 bottle openers out of it. So if we're doing 100 of these, that means we have to do 50 spins. So it's a little bit time consuming, but you get the greatest quality out of doing it like that. So we'll put this in and re-spin that in a minute. Once we have these, we cut them off this master bit. And now this is a raw casted pewter object. We have to do a few processes to finish this, but that's how it all begins. So we've casted our product, and it's ready to go to the next level. So as you can see, there's a pretty gross little line here and some bits and pieces on there. So what we want to do is we just want to grind that off, and we're going to do that by hand. So we do it just like this. Kind of makes a really nice smooth surface, and it's ready for the next line of finishing. For all you chemists out there, this is where it gets really interesting. We use a chemical to clean the pewter product just takes the top layer of gunk and crap off there. So what we do is we come and put it in to one of these and just straight into the chemical here. Well, what we want to do is we want to leave it in there for about 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure that we move it around to get rid of all the bubbles. So once we have that, what we're going to do is wash it with some water. This is one I prepared earlier. And then we put it into an acid formula. So once we chuck it in the acid, same thing. We just want to move it around, make sure the chemical gets everything. And what you do is it'll go black. See how it's already gone black? So that's just taking the top layer of pewter off, and then that will allow us to finish it later on to like a really nice high polish. So it doesn't take long in here. So that's pretty much done there. As soon as it's black, we're good to go. So we take that out and then we'll wash it. We'll just leave that to dry for about 10 minutes and then it'll be ready to be finished. So now we have our blackened product. There's a couple of ways that we can finish it off, depending on what you sort of want. This way is the antique finish. This finish I'm going to show you now is the highly polished, highlighted look. So we've finished the highlighting part of the process. It's now ready for packaging and sending to you. So that completes the process of pewter. I hope we've given you some insight into the care and the craftsmanship that it takes to make such a beautiful, highly detailed product for you.